Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. This is your maths teacher Shweta Bajaj.
Now, students, we are going to continue with the chapter number 10, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Before starting, subscribe my channel if not subscribed yet, and don't forget to share and like the video, and please mention your name, class and section in the comment box for attendance. In the previous video, we discussed about the comparison of angles, measurement of angles, measuring and making angles using protractor, and we have completed our exercise 10C. Next topic is classification of triangles. Triangles can be classified into three types according to the length of the sides of the triangle. And the first is equilateral triangle. It says that a triangle whose three sides are equal in length is called an equilateral triangle. It has all angles equal, that is why it is equiangular, and hence a regular triangle. In equilateral triangle ABC, AB is equals to BC is equals to CA, and angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C is equals to 60 degree. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now, second type of triangle is isosceles triangle, and it says that a triangle whose two sides are equal in length is called an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the two angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. See the figure shown here. A triangle XYZ is shown to us. In this side, XZ is equals to XY, and angle XZY is equals to angle XYZ. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now the third type of triangle is scalene triangle, and it is a triangle in which no two sides are equal. And here triangle ABC is shown to us, and in this AB is not equals to BC is not equals to CA. So triangle ABC is a scalene triangle, and in a scalene triangle all angles have different measures. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Now, triangles can also be classified into three types according to the measure of their angles. And the first is acute angle triangle. It is a triangle in which all the three angles are acute. Acute means the measure of the angles is less than 90 degree. Now, here one triangle is shown to you, triangle ABC. In this, angle ABC, angle ACB, and angle BAC each measure less than a right angle, that means less than 90 degree. Hence it is an acute angled triangle. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now second type of triangle is right angle triangle, and it is a triangle in which one of the angle is equal to 90 degree, that is right angle, and the side opposite to the right angle is called the hypotenuse. So here in this figure AC is the hypotenuse, and the other two sides AB and BC are perpendicular to each other. In this triangle ABC, angle ABC is equals to 90 degree, and the sum of the other two angles, angle BCA and angle CAB, is equal to 90 degree. And in a right angle triangle, AC, which is the hypotenuse, that is the longest side of the triangle, and the side BC is called the base, and the side AB is called the perpendicular. Hopefully it is clear to you. Third type of triangle is obtuse angle triangle, and it is a triangle in which one of the angles is an obtuse angle and the other two angles will be acute. Here figure is shown to you, and in this figure triangle ABC is given, and in this angle ABC is an obtuse angle because its measure is greater than 90 degree, and angles ACB and angle CAB are acute angles. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Next topic is sum of the angles in a triangle, and the sum of the angles in a triangle is always 180 degree. That is, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Now some of the triangle facts are given to us, and the first fact is a triangle cannot have more than one obtuse angle. Second fact says that a triangle cannot have more than one right angle. Third fact says that the sum of the acute angles in a right angle triangle is 90 degree. Fourth fact says that each angle of an equilateral triangle measures 60 degree. Fifth fact says that angles opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. Next, it says that a scalene triangle has no equal angles. Next fact says that the sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. And the last fact says that the largest angle in a triangle is opposite the largest side. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Now question number 2 of exercise 10E says that draw three non-collinear points, name them P, Q and R. Join PQ, QR and PR. Now students, you know that three or more points which are not lying on the same line are said to be non-collinear points. So here we are marking three non-collinear points. First point, second point and third point. Now after drawing three non-collinear points, you have to name them P, Q and R. Name them. This is P, this is Q and this is R. Then you have to join PQ. Join this PQ. You have to join QR. Join this QR and you have to join PR. So join this PR. Now on joining these points, what figure do you get? You get what? You get a triangle. So write here triangle. Then the question says that name all the sides of this figure. Now in this figure, first side is PQ. So write here PQ. Second side is QR. So write here QR. And the third side is RP. So here you will write RP. Now third point says that name all the angles formed in the figure. Now here how many angles are formed? 1, 2 and 3. So there are 3 angles formed and the name of the first angle. See this, I told you this is first angle. So name this angle. Name of the first angle will be QPR. So write here angle QPR. Now name of the second angle. Here you know that na, this is the second angle. So what is the name of the second angle? The name of the second angle is PQR. And name of the third angle? The third angle is this one and the name of the third angle is angle PRQ. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now fourth point says that name all the points where any two sides of the figure meet and what are these points called. Now see the figure. Side PQ and QR are meeting at the point Q. So first point is Q. Side QR and side RP are meeting at the point R. So write here R. Now side PQ and side RP are meeting at the point P. So the third point is P. Now what are these points called? These points are called the vertices. So write here these points are called the vertices of a triangle. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 6, and question number 6 says that in a right angle triangle the other two angles are equal. Find the angles, mention the type of the triangle. So students, first of all we will draw a right angle triangle and name it. Name it ABC. That is, let triangle ABC be a right angle triangle such that angle B is equals to 90 degree. Now, here in the question it is written that the other two angles are equal. That means angle A and angle C are equal. So, if we will take angle A as x, then angle C will also be equals to x. Now students, since we know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, therefore angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. Now here we will put the value of angle A, angle B and angle C, and on putting the values we will get x plus 90 degree plus x is equals to 180 degree. On solving this we will get 2x plus 90 degree is equals to 180 degree. Now this 90 degree is positive here. On shifting it will be negative. Now on solving this we will get 2x is equals to 90 degree. Now this 2 is multiplying here. On shifting it will divide, and 90 degree by 2. On dividing 90 degree by 2 we will get 45 degree. So this means the value of x is 45 degree. And we have taken angle A as x and angle C as x. So this means the value of angle A is 45 degree and angle C is equals to 45 degree. Now students, in the question they are asking, mention the type of the triangle. So here, since two angles are equal, right? Two angles are equal, so this means it is an isosceles triangle. Moreover, one angle is of 90 degree. So this means it is right angled isosceles triangle. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next question is question number 7, and question number 7 says that one of the angles of a right angle triangle is 35 degree. Find the other. Now students, firstly we will draw a right angle triangle ABC such that angle B is equals to 90 degree and angle C is equals to 35 degree. Now since we want to find the other angle, and here the other angle is angle A, so we have to find angle A. Now students, since we know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, so this means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. Now here we will put the value of angle B and angle C, and on putting the value we will get angle A plus 90 degree plus 35 degree is equals to 180 degree. On solving this we will get angle A plus 125 degree is equals to 180 degree. Now students, here 125 degree is positive here. On shifting it will be negative. So this means angle A is equals to 180 degree minus 125 degree. And on solving this we will get our angle A as 55 degree. So the other angle is 55 degree. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 8, and question number 8 says that two angles of a triangle measure 80 degree and 45 degree. Find the third angle. Now students, first of all we will draw a triangle and name it as ABC. And in this triangle ABC we will take our angle B as 80 degree and angle C as 45 degree. And since we want to find the third angle, that means we have to find our angle A. Now students, we know that sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So this means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. Now in the next step, we will put the value of angle B and angle C. And on putting the values, we will get angle A plus 80 degree plus 45 degree is equals to 180 degree. And on solving this, we will get angle A plus 125 degree is equals to 180 degree. Now this 125 degree is positive here. On shifting, it will be negative. So this means angle A is equals to 180 degree minus 125 degree. And on solving this, we will get our angle A as 55 degree. So the third angle is 55 degree. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is polygons, and it says that a simple closed figure in a plane formed by 3 or more line segments is called a polygon. Students, some figures are shown to you. These are polygons. Next topic is naming of polygons, and polygons are named after the number of sides or angles they have. We have special names for 3 and 4 sided polygons. For 3 sided polygon, the name is triangle. For 4 sided polygon, the name is quadrilateral. For 5 sided polygon, the name is pentagon. For 6 sided polygon, the name is hexagon. For 7-sided polygon, the name is heptagon. For 8-sided polygon, the name is octagon. The prefix tri is for number 3, quad for 4, pent for 5, hex for 6, hept for 7, oct for 8, dec for 10, dodec for 12. And a regular polygon has equal sides and angles. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is vertex of a polygon, and the plural of vertex is vertices, and the vertices of a polygon are the points where its sides intersect. In the following figure, the vertex are shown with the help of arrows. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is definition of a diagonal, and it says that a diagonal of a polygon is any segment that joins two non-consecutive vertices. Here segment QS, SU, UR, RT and QT are the diagonals in this polygon. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is equiangular polygon, and equiangular polygon is a polygon in which all of the angles are equal. And next topic is equilateral polygon, and it is a polygon in which all of the sides are of the same length. Next topic is regular polygons, and it is a polygon that has all the sides equal and all the angles equal, and its characteristics includes equilateral triangles and squares. Some of the examples of regular polygon and non-examples are shown below. Now exercise 10G question number 1, fill in the blanks. And the first part is a simple dash figure in a plane with 3 or more line segments is called a polygon. So students, here what we will write? We will write closed. So this means a simple closed figure in a plane with 3 or more line segments is called a polygon. Now second part says that a dash is a polygon formed by the least number of line segments, and the least number of line segments is 3, and the polygon which is made up of 3 line segments is known as a triangle. So write here triangle. Now third part says that a polygon with 8 sides of which all angles and sides are equal is called a dash. Now you know that when all the angles and all the sides are equal in a polygon, then it is regular, and since it is 8-sided polygon. So this means the answer will be regular octagon. So write here regular octagon. Now fourth part says that a polygon with 6 sides and all angles equal is called an dash. And students, you know that when all angles are equal, then the polygon is known as equiangular. And since the polygon is having 6 sides and a 6-sided polygon is known as a hexagon. So here you will write equiangular hexagon. Now fifth part says that a polygon with 7 sides and all sides equal is called a dash. Now students, you know that when all sides of a polygon are equal, then it is equilateral, and since the polygon is a 7-sided figure, so this means it is equilateral heptagon. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now sixth part says that a quadrilateral is a polygon with dash sides, and you know that there are 4 sides in a quadrilateral, so here we will write 4. Seventh part says that a pentagon has dash sides, and you know that a pentagon is having 5 sides, so here you will write 5. Hopefully question number 1 is clear to you. So students, with this our chapter is over. Now pause your video and note down your home task. And in your home task you have to do the remaining questions of exercise 10E and 10G. And for any doubts and queries, you can leave your message in the comment section. I hope you like the video. Thank you.